Matt, Bubba, and I are all playing Ghost of Tsushima, and we wanted to chat more about our in-game experiences. But first, we answer our good friend Frost's question, what did Kate, aka me, do with Disney? I share some random stories about that time before we dig into what we've been loving and also complaining about Ghost of Tsushima. And that's what we want to talk about this week on the FreePlay podcast.
You are listening to the FreePlay podcast with Bubba Stallcup, Matt Warmbier, and Kate Katawaki, part of the Love Thy Nerd podcast network.
What's up, nerds? My name is Bubba Stallcup, and you're listening to the FreePlay podcast, part of the Love Thy Nerd podcast network. And joined with me, as always, are a couple of my co-hosts and a few of the co-founders here at Love Thy Nerd, Matt Warmbier.
Oh, it's me, Kylo Ren, actually.
What was that?
I'm back without my helmet on.
Kylo Ren.
It's Kylo Ren. Hopefully my voice is better this week. For those of you who listened last week, good job.
Thank you. I listened.
And by popular demand on a poll on the internet, it's Jigirl.
It's Jigirl.
Poll
Kate Katawaki
voted the opposite of that.
It's
Let me
not
just
over
read
yet.
the poll results so far, okay? The poll was, should Kate go by Jigirl? Option 1, for sure,
Yes.
with 38% of the vote. Option 2, nah, with 62% of the vote.
Well, you know
So-
what I say about voting. Vote late and vote often.
I've never heard you say that.
That's what I have a tattoo on my back.
By the time
you know
people
what I
hear this,
say,
the poll will
rock
be
the vote.
officially closed, so it doesn't matter. It's done. It's over. You lost.
No.
Okay, we'll see about that.
You lost.
Classic Jigirl, am I
No.
right? Or am I
Hey,
right?
Kate.
What?
Kate, I was talking to Frost this last week, and he has listened to a lot of our episodes. But he's had to he's had to kind of figure out what your history was with Disney. And I realized that you have not given the story here on the FreePlay podcast of what we make fun of you about being a Disney princess and
Yeah.
hit and miss here and there. But if you want to give a quick story about how what that's all about, that'd be great.
All right, well,
the fans want to know.
The thing is, let me
want to
just say really quick, this was not the original topic for today.
know. I don't care.
No, we got plenty of time.
Yeah, plenty
It's
of time.
fine.
This is intro.
Well, I mean, we could talk for a couple hours about this.
I know.
My history
That's
with
gonna be a
Disney is
pass
very
for me.
complicated.
It's gonna be no from me, dog.
I was in an all-girl rock band through Disney, and when it first started, it was in conjunction with the Go-Go's and with Disney. Then
Naturally.
that changed, and it was just us and Disney. We were gonna.
Where'd the Go-Go's
We were
go?
originally gonna be like a Go-Go's like modern cover band, I guess. I don't
The
100%
Wint-Wints.
something like that. And then the
Wint-Wints.
project changed, and we became the band KSM, not the Terrorist. Also, not the other band on Spotify called KSM. You'll be able to tell the difference.
What a tangled web you weave with KSM.
Well, that's the truth.
At this point, I feel like they're all Disney princesses, though. Like the other
Maybe.
band, the Terrorist,
Maybe.
you all, the Go-Go's.
I thought I saw Kate
I am-
in that, Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet,
Yeah.
like in the background. I thought I
It
saw her.
was she was in one of the Mario Karts.
Yeah. No, my band
Yes.
was
In the
in
second-
Rock Band though. You can play one of our songs on the DLC.
What?
It's yeah.
Kate,
You didn't
how
know
are we
that?
just now learning about this?
No, I didn't know
You
that.
knew that.
Catherine
I could be-
Kakawaki.
I could be Catlin Katawaki at my house on my drums.
I honestly can't tell if this is fake or real.
no. I had
This
no
is
idea.
real.
Well, yeah, you can get it. It's one of our songs called "Distracted."
What
Which
system?
rock band?
To
What
be honest,
system?
I don't remember. Let me.
Oh my god.
KSM Rock Band.
Kate, when did you know the band was done with? Like when did you know it was like this isn't gonna make anymore?
Yeah. Okay. So
It
What's
was
the
the
date?
moment they came together.
yeah,
was the
it was
date?
that. Well, first of all, just
It was a Tuesday.
Rock Band 2 is when we were on there.
Electric
It's the
Boogaloo,
DLC.
yeah.
You could play on Expert, and that's pretty much my drum part of the song. It's very easy. You should be fine. Yes, I played the drums in this. I played the drums in this band. It is easy. So I played the drums in this band. You should be able to get 100% on it.
Yeah. I'm gonna play it with Donkey
we-
Kongas. If that's cool.
Same.
Did a lot of playing shows,
What's on the
a lot
Wii?
of touring.
I can do that one.
A lot of band stuff. I've been around the U.S. like 3 times at least, maybe more. I can't remember. Opened for Demi Lovato, the Jonas Brothers. Jonas Brothers management company called Jonas Group was our management. I did not know. Hannah Montana.
You had a crush on their youngest brother.
Okay, well, that was an inappropriate moment when Erin asked me what's the most cringiest thing I ever said, and I told her that in confidence.
Whoops, sorry.
No,
Was
it's
that
fine.
make sense?
Nobody
That was
listens.
on
You're
the
probably
podcast, wasn't
fine.
it?
I wouldn't worry about it.
It's fine. Okay, I guess I have to tell the story now, otherwise it makes it. It doesn't get any better. That's the thing. It just is.
Yeah, I know. You're welcome.
It's just more
We wanna
cringy.
get
I think Bubba
let it
heard
all
this.
out.
Bubba heard me tell Erin the story. So we played.
I did, yeah.
Sometimes we would have to go to New York to play like these TV shows. Like we did Good Morning
Disney
America.
events.
We did like Rachel Ray. So we went and played Rachel Ray, and we had this like some press people come before and interviewed. And like this isn't the cringiest thing I've ever said in public, I think. So that's just I think. But that was before
I'll be
this
the judge of
podcast. So they
Fair
they
enough.
asked like a common question is like, "Oh, who's your celebrity crush?" To ask like 5 girls that. For some reason I said Frankie Jonas, who at the time was the youngest Jonas brother who's like 7. Why would
That's
a
weird.
person say that? Like there's a video of it, and my bandmates look at me like, "What is wrong with you?" And I was like,
What?
"Yeah,
No, we
why
don't
would
know
you
her.
say a
She's
7-year-old
stand-in
child?
drummer.
Why would you say a 7-year-old child is your celebrity crush? Are you kidding me?
Just
What is
for
that?
reference, you're how old at the time?
18.
Oh gosh.
I didn't say it again after that. All right,
Yeah, well, you learned your lesson.
and no one came after me, so
Great.
Oh, that's good. Yeah,
really
congrats
good.
on not getting arrested.
it's fine. It was an
you
interesting
didn't answer my question
experience.
though. When was that? When you knew
Oh.
the band was over?
When I said that Frankie Jonas was my
Sorry, she
celebrity
got
crush.
sidetracked. That's when the band knew that it was over.
Ooh, guess
For-
this is it.
Yeah.
We're done.
Did Kate know?
For
Maybe
me, it was over probably like a year before it actually ended because of just the way that things were
Drama.
and things that I saw and thought were not appropriate. So I
Was
was
that the
like,
AccuView shoot?
no, it was after that. Just, I don't know how to say it other than just like people get weird when there's the perception of money around, even if there's no actual money or it's a very low amount.
Yours was definitely the perception of
People
money,
just
for
get
sure.
weird and you're like, what are you doing? Why would you do that? And why would you say that? Not about the Frankie Jonas thing. Just about
Right.
just in general. And it's just like, oh my gosh. Like I just at the end of the day, I love playing music. I am not a quote unquote star. There's a big difference.
You're a star to me.
Thank you. But
You're verified.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's
Yeah, she is verified.
it just
We'll see.
I can't even. It was October 2009 that
That's
I
what-
was
yeah, I
like,
wanted
"There's
to-
the date
I
for
wanted
you."
to
That I'm
know.
like, I don't think I can do this long term, and I also don't want to do it again after this. I don't think. Just, I don't know. If you look at me now and you look at the stuff that I did, you'd be like, "There's no way that you did that," but there is. Now
Do you have
I'm
any
just-
examples?
Well, just all the traveling, all the doing stuff. I was like
Oh,
never
okay.
home for 4 years. Never home. It was like being at a convention for 4 years.
Yeah. We can't
Now
get
look at
Kate
you.
to
You
leave
came-
the house
And
to
now-
come to
You're
our
out,
stuff.
yeah.
Now I don't leave the house ever anymore. Just a washed up old roadie.
I mean, that's what's on your business card, but I would never say it to your
Yeah.
face.
So
New band
I don't
name,
know.
I call
Maybe
it, yeah.
maybe that will help you, Frost. I don't know if that answered any of your questions or if it just made it worse.
It just asked. I have so many more
It
questions.
might have made it
Yeah,
worse.
that's a lot.
I'm sorry.
Every time I hear these stories, I'm always like, "There's more to know here. There's more."
Well,
I
you
want
never heard the Frankie Jonas
true
story.
Hollywood. Yeah, I want an true Hollywood story here.
Okay, how about this?
I want a
Here's
VH1
Here's a-
behind the
here's
music.
a tip
That's
for
what I
you.
want.
If-
I want
Both
a pop-up video
No.
for every music
Yes.
video that you've done.
2 things. One, if TMZ reports it, it's 100% true. Write that down.
Okay.
Number 2, once I was at a rehearsal studio and I went to get my lunch out of the fridge and it had my name on it and said, "Kate's lunch, do not open." And when I went in there, I saw a guy sitting on the couch and he was eating a Mott's applesauce with no spoon. I had a Mott's applesauce in my lunch. So
What was his name?
I don't know his name, but I got my lunch out. Sure enough, my applesauce was missing.
We didn't write your name on the applesauce. So.
Exactly. I didn't write my name on the applesauce. And
Kate Motz Katawaki.
And I said,
it's right there. It's
everyone
on the label.
knows
I said, that's my applesauce.
And you better
And you
hand
just
it over,
freaking ate it.
dirtball.
Did you not see that it had my name on the bag? He's like, oh, no, I saw it. I just thought you wouldn't mind if I took the applesauce. I'm like,
It's not a big deal.
now part of my lunch is gone forever.
I don't know why this story is so funny to me, but I'm like
is
crying
forever.
over here,
Well,
man.
I was really upset about the applesauce because it's like, do you have no shame to go in somebody's lunch that's labeled that says do not open? So then I said like, well, the applesauce is gone. Like, now what? You have to bring me something back because you took it. You didn't even ask. You just took it. And then this other guy that was in the doorway was like, I told you she'd notice. I'm like, yeah, I would notice. What are you talking about? You're freaking eating my applesauce in front of me. So I was like, you know what? Bring me a bag of sour Skittles tomorrow and put it in here. And we'll call it even.
I'm going to have to break your legs.
And the guy was like, fine, I'll bring you the sour Skittles.
Don't look me in the
So
eyes.
the next day,
Just
there was a
leave the
thing of sour Skittles waiting
How big?
for me.
How big? How
just
big?
the normal size, not the extra
Normal
big
pack,
size.
okay.
Just a normal
Well, it
pack.
wasn't a small one.
And I was like, I said to the guy who was in the
Big
doorway.
enough to say he's sorry.
The guy who was in the doorway was the owner of the studio. And I was like, Bobby, who is that guy that ate my freaking applesauce? And he's like, oh, I don't know, some guy from System of a Down. I was like, what?
The System of a Down.
They were in the other
You know,
studio, and I said, well, what, you just let him take my applesauce and you saw it and you didn't say anything? He's like, well, I figured you'd notice, and you did notice, see? Like,
I'm glad you called him out.
Hey, sometimes when you got a band and there's like the idea of money, like
There
people
it
just
is.
act weird and
That's what I was gonna
they
say.
act different.
Mhm.
They think that they deserve their own lunch.
Own applesauce.
Applesauce is theirs, no matter where it came from. So
Yep. Hey, I'm glad you called him out, Kate. That's good to know.
that's sometimes I still think about it, and I'm like, why would you take an applesauce out of someone else's lunch? It's not a community thing. That's food in there. You can just take whatever you want.
Can't. I would have
I
told him
am
it wasn't
just-
applesauce, and he'd be like, "What? What is it?" I'm like, "Well, hope you like diarrhea."
bone marrow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah,
Enjoy the
bone marrow.
diarrhea.
Yeah, enjoy it.
Jeez.
Got myself.
I am so happy on a personal level. Like I do my best to surround myself with people that are way more like funny and entertaining and live way more exotic lives in the weirdest ways than I do. And the two of you never cease to disappoint. Never cease to amaze me.
I don't
You
think
never
I'm on
disappoint
Kate's level,
me.
but well, maybe.
Like I don't have stories like this, and so like I just love these. Oh man, keep them coming. Hey Frost, thanks for asking.
I have all
dude.
kinds of
Yeah.
weird stories about all kinds of weird things. You know what
I know.
I want another segment next podcast we do, which we're gonna have to figure out when that's gonna be because old Caitlin, the world traveler, is gonna be gone for a few weeks.
on my road trip. That the last time I went on it was 2018, so it was 2 years ago. So.
Old washed up road dog.
Yeah, that's it. Washed up road
That's
dog.
it.
Maybe I'll get some of my roadie friends to call in here.
Matt and I are going to do another episode next week.
Oh, you are?
And that'll be episode 99. And then we're going to hold on episode 99 until Kate gets back. Because we want to do episode 100 together.
Yeah.
Because we think she's earned that
I've
much.
earned that much,
okay?
I think. Or I'll come after you
She's
for
got-
sour
she's
Skittles
a-
if you don't.
Big fancy rock star. Don't eat her applesauce.
I'm just
right?
gonna throw it out there. I think I've probably done 99 of the episodes.
Oh, come on.
Not of this.
Well,
I think I've barely
no,
missed
you've
any.
missed one. You've missed one for sure.
yeah,
I've probably
nice
done
try,
98.
Matthew, trying to get
98.
your perfect attendance pencil.
Trying
I
to
don't
make it seem
think
like
so.
I'm the worst one
in high
again.
school in 10th grade, I didn't miss one day, and I got an award for it. So you're welcome. I
Well-
don't miss stuff.
But
Yeah,
you
don't
don't miss stuff, but there's sure a
not
lot of
missed.
horseplay involved.
Nay, that's not right.
How dare you?
Sorry.
Mudslinging.
Okay, Frost.
Well, there
thanks
you go,
for
Frost.
that. Hope
Yeah, keep
you
it
can
coming.
message me later.
Thanks for the trip down memory
Get you an
lane.
autograph. Yeah, I'll get you an autograph.
Much
No problem.
appreciated.
Oh, I forgot about that.
We are going to
applesauce.
link,
Oh.
Kate, make a show note. We are going to
Okay.
link down to where you can find like Kate on a video game. Like that's super cool.
I'll
I
put
didn't know
the
that.
YouTube video of somebody doing it.
Are you on? Do you have Wikipedia? Are you
Yeah,
Wikipedia?
we are on Wikipedia. It's a
No,
cringy.
you
There is.
personally.
There's a
You personally.
I-
One of
no, I
one of your former bandmates' moms like posted something like last week or
Yeah.
something like that, and it was like 400
And they're all
photos and
blurry.
memories of all
they're
this
blurry.
stuff.
Yeah, that was from one tour that we were on. Like,
We have got to come back later and talk about KS Men.
oh yeah,
We have to.
All right, you guys could be KS
I
Men.
didn't know
easily.
I could be. Send
We
me
have
the
to.
shirt, Kate.
What size?
Whatever you have, I'll make it work.
No,
It's going to be a tube top anyway, so
That's right.
we'll see.
If you have a large, I'll take it. If not, I can squeeze a medium. That's no problem.
If you have a KS Men shirt, I'm in
There
on
were
that. Give me a
KS
medium.
Men shirts and they were really cool, but I don't have any. They were limited run, so sorry.
I'm not making this up. Like I said, we'll come back and we'll talk about
Yeah,
this
this
later.
will be
But
a
there was a
subject.
group of guys that followed them around that were KS Men.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
Yep.
They're all-
Here's the
they're all
teaser for that.
girls.
For that
They're all
is
girls.
a bunch of them were Filipino dudes because I'm Filipino, so it was like really cool. And we were like, oh, that's so funny and stuff. Like, imagine if we were related. Turns out one of them is my cousin, and I found that out. I found that out
Not
because
Save
of
it for the podcast.
Just not the cousin that always rips on you, though, right?
which. Oh no, not that cousin.
Okay, just making sure.
That,
That
would
would
be
have been crazy.
hilarious.
No, that's like my.
Whew, man, these are good stories, Kate. Keep them coming.
He's just like from the crowd. You suck. Boo.
The
you
show
ever
is
played
trash.
before?
That's what my cousins would say now. Boo.
Can you tell she's only been playing drums for a month?
Yeah.
That's basically.
Anyways, this is a really long intro. Let's
Oh,
move
man.
on to something much better.
No, that's
Yeah,
the
hey.
first segment.
Welcome to the Free Play podcast. This is what it is. We just want you guys to feel. We really want you to feel like you know us, and that when we see you or we talk online or whatever, that you are comfortable with us. So if you are starting to feel that now, learning these embarrassing stories about us and weird, quirky things, then you are catching the full extent of what we want this podcast to be. If you learn anything about video games or board games or nerd culture, that's a byproduct.
We're proud of you,
This is
actually.
This is us hanging out.
I honestly thought that you knew the Rock Band thing already.
No, I had
No.
no idea. No, like I can put that up against the pre-game church skate park in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like I think that those kind of connections are really, really cool. But hey, so another thing that we want you guys to know about is that we have a Twitch channel. Love Thy Nerd has a Twitch channel, and it's twitch.tv/lovethynerd. What we want you to do is we want you to go over there. If you don't have an account for Twitch, create an account. We stream Tuesday through Saturday, usually, unless there's a meeting on one of those days. We are 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Time. And we want you to come and hang out with us. Come, ask your questions. Kate is in the comment section sometimes.
Sometimes.
It's either Matt streaming or myself streaming. We would love to answer these questions that you have about most embarrassing stories or, really anything that you want to ask. There's a thing in there where you can tell us to tell you a story. And it doesn't have to be embarrassing.
But it
we
can
shared
be.
on Saturday. My wife and I, last Saturday, we streamed Shaka Shredders. I'll talk about that here in a second. But somebody said, hey, Matt illegally spent 100 Skrilla.
I'm
Illegally.
When people have money or the thought of money, they
The perception, say the perception.
perception of money.
Matt did it from the
They
LTN
go
account,
crazy.
and because it's our channel, we have unlimited Skrilla, and you can just do whatever you
Like
want.
Scrooge McDuck
and
over
so
here.
he said, hey, tell us a story. So anyway, we shared a story about this terrifying picture that my daughter
I loved it.
made with like laser eyes and all sorts of stuff. So you can come and hang out and be a part of that. And also we play games. So Matt is currently playing through Ghost of Tsushima, which we're going to talk about in just a second.
Yeah.
I'm playing through Paper Mario Origami King. And we also do on Saturdays co-optional where either Matt and Aaron, usually Matt and Aaron, or Anna and myself will play a board game and do kind of a pseudo review of it. Let you guys know what's going on there. And then we give away stuff. If you like stuff, you're going to want to be a part of that. Again, that's going to be twitch.tv/lovethynerd. And if you're not already following, do that. Also, you can subscribe. So if you like what we do, $5 a month, you can become a subby on that. That gets you a couple extra perks, some emotes, different things. It gets you extra entries in the giveaways that we do. But if you don't have $5 a month, but you do have an Amazon Prime account, you can link your Amazon Prime and your Twitch account to get one subscription for free every month. You got to keep doing it every month, but they give it to you because you're already paying for it. So you can actually sub to us through Twitch Prime. Boom, roasted. Didn't cost you any extra money.
You're
but
welcome.
It does benefit us on the back end. So, a lot of cool things that you can do. Smile.amazon.com is also a thing. Kate knows about that now.
Hey,
She's,
I bought
got it
my
hooked up.
textbooks for the next semester through that this time. And it was expensive because textbooks are no joke.
Yeah.
They're no joke.
I even told you
They're
guys, I'm
serious
happy I used
information.
Amazon Smile.
Thank you, Kate.
You're welcome.
So if you go to smile.amazon.com, you can set Love Thy Nerd as your charity of choice, and then anytime you purchase anything off of there, I say anything. There are some things that are not, it doesn't apply to Smile, Amazon Smile, but most everything does. And when you do that, a portion of what you pay goes towards Love Thy Nerd. So we are a qualifying 501c3 nonprofit, and if you give directly to us, your donations are tax deductible. If you go through Amazon.smile, or smile.amazon.com rather, then a portion of that can come to us. There are a lot of ways that you can partner with us financially without actually having to do a whole lot of extra work or spend any extra money.
Yeah.
We've made it pretty simple for you. I had to get on to Anna today because she was on Amazon looking for stuff to buy, and I was like, are you on Amazon Smile? And she goes, no, I don't really use that. And I was like, I'm not talking to you again until you get on to
me and
Amazon
Anna
Smile.
had the same idea. Like, oh, it's fine.
She was like, "Oh no, just tell me which one you want." And I was like, "It's like somebody's trying to communicate with me, but like all I hear is." So then
Did she do
did,
it?
and
Okay,
yeah,
good.
oh yeah, absolutely. So anyway, smile.amazon.com and also twitch.tv/lovethynerd. We're just giving you guys opportunities to hang out with us, get more of these experiences, and learn about who we are and what we do. So commercial
What's up?
over.
All right.
Boom.
I didn't know I was
Hey.
in one.
Let's yeah, always. You're like the infomercial though.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
like, yeah, really the infomercial is trying to set up your audio stuff before. Have you ever tried to set up audio for a podcast? And then it's like in black and
Matt
white.
answers
Matt's like
no.
Matt's
Oh.
like combing his hair with his mouse and
Dropping
like,
pouring
trying
coffee
to
on
eat
my
cereal
keyboard.
with his
You said that you've been here for 99 episodes and you're still having trouble.
I have new tech. Yeah, exactly.
99
Talk to Penny.
times. This is
to
evidence that
Penny.
you've not been here 99
Hey,
times.
if you could go back to episode 1 of the arcade way back when, I've greatly improved. Okay.
Yeah, well, so
You
have
can't. You
Exactly.
cannot
I said
go back
if
to
you
That's
could.
episode
sad.
one.
I thought,
If you
I
could.
used to record in that blanket fort to like
Oh, the blanket
cut some
fort.
of the, unnecessary sound out. Now you can't even hear that anymore.
Oh,
fine.
save it for the podcast.
Vintage.
Yeah, we'll sit next week.
Speaking of
after.
which, hey, let's talk about what we've been playing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because we got to give some sort of video game credence to this podcast. So, Kate,
Yeah.
what have you been playing?
I've been playing Ghost of Tsushima. And
All right.
Moving on.
I really like this game a lot. I'm so glad that I pre-ordered it.
Barely.
I'm so glad that I
I
got
don't
it. This is a really, really, really fun game. And Steven's like, you're not going to beat that before we leave. You're going to have to say goodbye to it. And I'm like, well,
Oh.
He's
I
not
know.
wrong.
I'm going to have to say goodbye to it.
Does your mom have a TV?
Yeah, of course she does. But I'm
No.
not bringing my PlayStation there just to sit there. Because once I
Why?
brought my iPad, well, it's not. I say my iPad, but it's pretty much the ghettoest, lamest, dumbest iPad that has like 8 gigs of storage on it, so you can't really. It's useless.
Ew,
Just enough for
gross.
MySpace,
Throw it
yeah.
away.
Yeah, so I brought that and was playing Roller Coaster Tycoon. She made a comment about playing video games.
Maybe it was just the game choice.
That was probably the bad thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's all I could do on that iPad. Anyways,
The old roller coaster tycoon machine.
this game, I don't even know how many hours I put in. I can't tell you, but it's a good amount. I'm in Act 2.
Oh,
Guess.
don't spoil it though. I'm not next.
Just guess how many
25.
20?
You think it's north of 20?
It's gotta be. It's gotta be
25.
at least 20. It has to be. I would be shocked if I looked at it and it said anything under 20. I would be shocked. I do a lot of digging around and seeing what all the question marks are. I
Oh,
search for
same,
the little
yeah, you have
pools and
to.
stuff. I like the bamboo slicing where you have to like hit all the little
Yeah,
buttons.
that's super cool.
It's really cool and really fun. The attention to detail, I said this last week, I think, but just when you select a new point on the map for the wind, you minimize the map, the wind blows without you having to do it.
And you know what I realized you can swipe up on the pad
to blow the wind.
To blow the wind.
Yeah, that's what I do. How were you doing
I didn't
it?
realize it for a long. Pausing it.
What?
I mean, it took me like 5 hours before I realized.
So, well, here's the you have to understand about Matt that Matt doesn't play. He doesn't play video games the same way that we play video games.
That
especially
regular humans.
while he's streaming. So, like 90% of the stuff like that you're being taught and you have to retain. It's washing over
that
Matt.
does make sense. If you're on stream doing it, you wouldn't be like, what? And look, doing
You miss a ton.
Yeah. Okay. I take
Because,
back
like,
my judgment of you.
So
Matt.
much.
I take it back.
Well, I was judging you, Matt, really hard for your button mashing, and so were some of the people in the comments. And it like dawned on me. It's like he doesn't remember how to dodge the spear.
No, I don't.
Like, okay, spoiler alert. And like when I laughed, I mean, like I was like cry laughing because every time you went into battle, you're just doing like jump slash, jump slash, jump
can't
slash,
stop
and
that.
I'm like, that's the
that's
least
true.
samurai thing that anybody has ever done.
Have you seen Ninja Gaiden? Oh, he's a ninja. Hold on. Have you seen Samurai Gaiden?
Samurai
So
Gaiden?
you don't even know, but
No,
So like, it just dawned on me. It's like he doesn't remember the combo. He doesn't know
the combos.
No.
A lot of the combos are difficult though, because I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, you hold.
Well, they're different in the stances.
The stances are different, so you hold triangle here and then go button mash, button mash, button mash, triangle here. But then if this stance, you don't do that because then it's.
that's why I always do the
can't.
stance, the wind stance.
So I
above
don't
my
really.
head.
I haven't fully mastered these stances yet. I have the basics where each one kind of like correlates to a certain enemy type. I can do that, but I can't remember every single specific type of button combination for all the things.
Well, my favorite button combination right now is circle square.
Okay.
Circle square. It's the dodge slice.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
okay.
so you got that upgrade
the
then?
dodge
I got
slice.
that upgrade. Yeah,
I've
the old dodge
gotten
slice.
some of the, I guess they're like mythic kind of attack moves.
Yeah, I have triangle circle.
Which me too, and I really like it. And I have one more other than that one. Very cool. I love how
They're tough.
you can customize some stuff in this game. It's really, really, really. A lot of games say that whole like, oh, you can customize to your play style, and you're like, well, I guess.
I'm a button masher through and
Yeah.
through.
I just like the.
My mama
the-
was a button masher. My daddy was a button masher.
Oh my gosh! I just like the all the different things that there are that you can upgrade if you want and mess around with.
Oh, there's
And
so much
There's so
stuff.
much stuff.
Yep.
It's really cool. I am not that much impressed with the stealth in this game, and I see why people were kind of like poo-pooing on it.
Told you about it.
It's not that big a deal to me. In the end, I'm like, well, I would rather. This feels like it's aspiring to be an Assassin's Creed game in the way that it presents stealth opportunities, and it's not really that way. But whatever.
I've had some success with stealth. You just have to be.
They just catch you so
really,
easy. I'm
you have to
like,
be
come
really
on.
smart.
Like-
I on that whole one stream, Bubba, I stealthed around that whole village.
Yeah.
And I think I took out almost all of them. Maybe like the last two, I just ran out and got them. But
Right. Well, so what I don't understand about like the whole stealth thing is you go through that whole like memory situation and scenario where it's like, it's samurai, we have to fight them in the open, and then like the very next thing that it wants you to do is go and assassinate a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And so Matt, that was the point
But he
where on
comments,
stream
though.
you were like,
He comments about it though.
I
yeah.
didn't like it.
He doesn't like it.
Well, yeah, he was like, yeah, this is trash. But then it's like, you have to do it. You can't not do it. The game is called Ghost of Tsushima.
You have to
like
do it, but-
that's the whole.
Then when you're doing it, he's like, "Oh, I shouldn't be doing this," from the bushes, and you're like, "Well, you're doing it."
Well,
Conflicted.
I can tell you from a personal watching experience that when Matt decided not to do that, it came and bit him right in the butt.
In the face, actually.
You have to do the stealth. And to me, like I think it just adds another element to the game. Like I really love that you have the standoff mechanic, and then like you can either do standoff or you can creep around the back and assassinate everybody. Like
Yeah.
it gives you multiple ways to play the exact same game.
I've really been adding to and like building up my bows. I want more storage for my long bow. I don't know if you have that yet. And I like the short
No,
bow, but I
thanks for
really like the
spoiler, but
long
yeah.
bow. Oh, come on. But it's a bow.
No, you guys are light years ahead of me. When we were talking about doing this and talking about Ghost today, I was like, crap, I've only played it once, maybe twice. I love it. I just have not had time to like sit down and play it.
You're fine.
So I sat down last night and I played for probably 3 hours. I was like, I'll play for a half hour, whatever.
You prepared for
and
this?
I kept setting these
Sucked
milestones.
You in. Yeah, sucked you in, man.
I prepared for these like tiny milestones. Like, I'll get to this point and then this point and then this point and then this point and then this point. And I like finally, it was like 12:30. I was like, I just got to go to bed. Like I've been playing for a while and I love it. I could have kept playing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't really tired. But I was like, if I don't stop playing now, it will be 3 o'clock in the
That's
morning.
the thing with this game is I do one thing and I'm like, okay, what's next? This random thing. What's next? This. And I look up and it's like, oh.
Yeah. Well, I'll follow
something.
this fox or this bird, or I'll go to this tree,
Yeah.
or I'll do this side quest,
It's
or
so
I'll.
cool. But
I do have. We've kind of like jumped the gun here on what our next topic was, but since we're already doing it, like there is. I have a couple complaints about the game.
Well, okay, save those.
Save those. Okay.
Save those. No, seriously, save those.
Okay.
Because like this is, all three of us have been playing Ghost of Tsushima. Like that. Spoiler alert. That's what it is. And we all got the game because we thought it looked pretty dope. And also, it's been a while since the three of us, have played a game together. I honestly cannot remember the last game that all three of us played.
Rhino Hero Super Battle.
maybe it was Rhino.
That's
Heroes
what it was.
or so. I have a
yeah.
question too that might apply to the next that I want to pose to all three of us that might just be better in the next section. So let's just move on.
Pause.
Let's just move
you
on.
save that. So Kate says that she's been playing Ghost.
Yeah.
That's all she wrote.
That's all I've been playing. So
All right. Matt has obviously been playing Ghost of Tsushima.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What else have you been playing?
I have played some tabletop games with my kids, and I don't go easy on my kids playing games.
Grind them into a fine powder, man.
I will play the game to win, but I think it's important that they learn how to lose, and I think it's important that they learn how to strategize and beat me and other people, like to actually like win and enjoy the game. So that being said, I sat down Sunday and played a game called Best Treehouse Ever. Have you played that one before, Bubba?
No.
sounds
Who's it by?
cute.
It is by Green Couch Games, which you can see it there.
That's
But
not
you
even
all
a
can't see it.
familiar developer to me.
Yeah, so they do these small Rocky Road a la mode.
I know about Rocky Road.
Okay, yeah, they do those type of games. So sat down. You're in this game. You're trying to build the best treehouse ever, and you have certain ways you can lay down your cards. You go with one base like tree stump or tree base card to 2 cards to 3 cards to 4 cards, and you have to constantly be thinking about like how you're building your levels. And the levels are like the treehouse, like this is the basketball course, this is the kitchen, this is the ice cream parlor, this is like just science lab, like tons of like really funny random things. Like the pictures are really cool and well done, but like you're thinking about like I just placed a card on the left side, now my balance is to the left, I need to place one on the right so it can come back over. I can never kind of keep placing on one side going up. So I sit down and play with Ezra and Margot, and I'm feeling pretty confident. I've played this game before, and I'm I know how to play it. You get to the point in the game, if you can't place a card, you just have to discard, and that's it. So you play 4 rounds. In the 3rd round, I placed 1 card because of what they kept giving me. It's just like you're pass and play. Like you pass, you take a card, you pass, you take a card. So in the 3rd round, I was able to place 1 card out of the 6. In the 4th round, I was able to place 1 card out of the 6. They absolutely destroyed me. Ezra doubled my score. Margot got like 15 more points than I did. Like it was not even close. Like every round, like they're playing all their cards. And I was like, this isn't even fun. Like this is not fun. Like they played me.
You're all grounded.
Yeah, they were after that. I was like, this isn't fun. Like I can't play anything at all. So they knew what they were doing. They just kept taking all my cards I needed.
That's perfect.
They ground me into a fine powder.
Heck yeah.
Yes. Taste your own medicine there.
They were never playing the
Pepito.
game again. I threw it away.
You burned it. Fed it to the chickens.
I also played some Magic Labyrinth. Magic Labyrinth.
What
which
accent is that?
Bubba.
Where are you from?
Bubba has a game. I don't. Whatever.
Yeah, I got Magic Labyrinth. That game is infuriating.
I thought the same thing, but these last few times I've played it, I've been okay. I don't know what's changed, but like I played it twice in probably the past couple weeks, and I won both times. I felt pretty good. Yes, infuriating.
Ooh, I should get to a point with that game where I'm like, I would love if this was over right now.
I get that, and that's why we're usually like, let's play to 3, and then I got 3 in 3 turns.
Perfect.
And then I was like, okay, we can go to 5. That's fine. And I got 5 in 6 turns, so it was fine.
All right, first to 20. Let's go.
All right, I see what your strategy is here.
I just kept winning. We've been playing that. I've been trying to play more games with the kids, and Aaron and I did not play a game this last week because you and Anna, Bubba, played a game. Oh. Let's hear about it.
Okay, we'll go straight to that. We played a game called Shaka Shredders, and this is it's like a dueling card game, but it's a brand new mechanic in it, and it's called a swap top card. And so the card itself is magnetic.
Top.
Magnetic
top.
What do you mean?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the card is magnetic. So basically, it has a magnetic back on it, and then a magnetic top and a magnetic bottom. So there are 3 parts to the card, and as you're going through the game, you're constantly swapping the tops. And so the way I described it was, if you've never seen it before, the top part of the card is like, think of any Magic or any kind of other card game. They're all basically the same, right? So the top part is the stats and the character, and then character type and stuff like that. Okay. The bottom half of the card is the ability. Like, what kind of ability is it? In this game, there are 3. There's a trick, there is an assist, and there's a diss. And the diss allows you to take players off of the board, to embarrass them. Because the whole thing is that it's the pack that I got was surfers versus shredders, or surfers versus skaters. And so you're trying to play performers out that do tricks that maybe you play an assist card on top of, to help it out, and you're trying to do a better trick than your opponent. And so if you've ever played Magic or any Pokemon or anything like that, it has a very familiar feel to it. But that swap top mechanic, you're always doing that to constantly get better stats or whatever. And their whole thing was, we've played card games before, and it's always I love this character and this ability, and now you can put them together. And so
this isn't even out or anything. It says it's coming to Kickstarter July 28th.
So by the time you listen to this, the Kickstarter will be live. Yeah,
just happened.
The Kickstarter will be live.
I'll put this in the show notes for everyone.
And I think it's worth for Anna and I, we had a hard time with it because it some of the mechanics were a little bit hard, and I talked to the developers, and the rule set that we were sent wasn't as complete as I would have liked. And Anna had never played a game like this before, period. So trying to teach her from scratch, when do you challenge? When do you let something through? That kind of stuff. These are mechanics that you would know if you play games like this a lot. But we liked it. She decided it wasn't her favorite kind of game, but for me, I was I'm ready to play this again now that I'd played through it and fully understood and had somebody to play with. And I think it's worth checking out. They did not pay us at all. They sent us a review copy, preview copy, and I'm going to give them honest feedback. But the end of the day, somebody asked, well, what do you think? Did you like the game? For me, the answer was yes. I did like the game. I feel confident teaching it to more people. And there's a possibility that even when it goes live, that, my son and I or whomever, we just do a stream during the day to kind of help promote that. Because he really wants to play it, really wants to play it. So we played that, Shaka Shredders by Sunslap. And their brand new developer, whatever, shakashredders.com. All the stuff's going to be in the show notes below. But we played that. Then on Friday, backing up a day, we had a game night. And I actually didn't get to play anything, but I taught 3 games.
What?
And they loved them.
How selfless. I'm blown away.
This is me. When I'm doing game nights at the church or whatever, I hardly ever, even at Gen Con or wherever, I'm hardly ever actually playing games. I'm teaching games, starting games, getting stuff going, all sorts of stuff. So I taught Cinder, which is another game that's not out yet by Smirk and Dagger. Matt and I, we did that last LTN Arcade weekend.
And it was awesome.
Such a fun game. Love it. And then I also taught Shobu, which is also by Smirk and Dagger. But it's a 2-player game. Awesome game. Love it. Fantastic. And
That's
then
awesome.
also I taught Sorcerer's City by Skybound Games and Druid City Games. Another knock out of the park, solid game. Carcassonne on steroids, just absolutely wonderful. Taught all 3 of those. Guys loved them. They're even like, hey, I want to play it again, kind of a deal. So,
And you were like, all right, pay me.
well, I mean, like, for me, the payment, honestly, I told them, they're like, are you sure you don't want to play? Because people don't fully understand. They're like, no, you sit down, I'll watch. And I'm like, no, I would rather me teach than you not play at all. So, like, I get just as much enjoyment out of watching people play and experience and all sorts of stuff than I do playing, honestly. Because I don't lose when I teach. And
That's true.
keeps the BG stats up.
That's true.
Good. Oh, good.
And then also, with the stream, I'm playing Paper Mario, and it's a fun game. The stream last time, we got to
What was he
a
doing?
point where there wasn't as much dialogue, there wasn't as much stuff going on, kind of a deal. And so we did save Luigi. I'll tell you that. We
Praise the
pulled him out of the
Lord.
wall.
Praise the Lord.
And he immediately got in a car and drove off. Just classic Luigi.
Ungrateful.
I think from what I can gather, he wants to be the one that goes and saves the princess. And so, he's a complete bumbling, fumbling buffoon in this game, and they lean into that. And he's always getting himself into scraps. And at the beginning of the game, he's like, "Oh no, it's a fine, and Mario will save us." And he's talking to me, and I'm Mario, and I'm like, "Well,
Luigi,
How
if
dare
you
they.
want
Can't
to
save.
take credit for it, then you got to step up and do something, all right?" Did you say that?
yeah, Mario can't save Mario and Luigi
No.
if they're both that's not how it works." And he's like, "Oh," he understood what he was saying.
Parks Cast.
I was like, "It's a funny game, but Luigi's an absolute dingus in it." Yeah. And then obviously I've been playing Ghost of Tsushima, just like I said. So, hey, with that being said, let us know on the Twitter at FreePlay Podcast. Kate, go get it right now
You
before
have
somebody
answers.
steals it.
Podcast? I'm
Freeplay
pretty sure
Podcast.
nobody's going to steal it.
At FreePlay Podcast on Twitter. What are you playing? Are you playing Ghost? What do you think about it? We just want to keep the conversation going. Let's do it to it. Okay, so Ghost of Tsushima, you guys have questions.
Yeah.
You guys have thoughts.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Well, I was going to say there's a few things. Obviously, we've given this game high praise. I've noticed a few times where I feel like this game was a little rushed.
Oh, yeah.
What? What do
I
you
think
mean?
graphically.
Graphically, I think this game was rushed. If I can move my body into a mountain, there's something wrong there.
Oh,
No, and I'm
that
I'm
happens
trying to
in
be
every
picky.
game ever, though.
No,
Okay,
You go in a mountain.
You better
not,
chill.
Not more recently.
better
no,
chill.
not more
You need
recently.
to turn your fangirl down a little
No,
bit.
I'm
Okay.
just, no, I'm just
Aven-
saying. I'm just never had that happen. I'm just saying.
Haven was playing Horizon Zero Dawn, and he's looking for those metal flowers
Yeah.
to get the trophies. And he's like, "Yeah, I was watching a little bit of when you were playing Ghost, and you move into when you move near a cliff, you kind of move into it." But that doesn't happen in this game. He was showing me, he's like, watch, there's actually physics
Okay,
where it'll stop.
well-
So I feel like there's a miss there, and I'm hoping that there's a patch that can kind of correct this and make it a little bit better eventually, maybe if they can do stuff like that. But I also notice when I'm running as Jin, he's got the shakes. He's
What?
he's shaking. He doesn't it's not a smooth run. It's his whole upper body's shaking.
I've
Maybe
honestly
he's just cold.
I've
No.
never seen that. I'm not saying.
I felt like
I
it
don't
was
think
glitching.
mine does that either.
I'm not saying you're telling a falsehood right now. I'm just saying I've never seen it.
Maybe you're
It's
not
also
running,
worth
but-
noting that Matt's PlayStation 4 sounds
Is
like it's about
fine.
to lift off at any moment.
You open that thing up,
So,
spray it off.
There could be some issues going on.
I
just
honestly,
with the
I don't
PlayStation.
have issues with other games for that. That happens. But next time you play Kate, run with him. I'm not talking about on your horse.
No,
Just
I
run
run
with him.
with him all the time. I'll try to
I
go through
doubt it. You're enjoying the scenery, looking at taking snapshots, and I know you, Kate.
Okay, I'll try to go through a cliff the next time. All right.
You can, and maybe it's different on the Pro.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah,
Probably
they
not,
fixed
though.
it. It's Hey, you want smooth running? Go buy a Pro.
It's different. It's really different for sure.
good.
Yeah.
4K, yeah.
I have a bone to pick. If
What?
we're talking about bones to pick,
I'm ready.
where you can take a horse off a cliff.
Whenever
And
you
You
want.
Nothing
can
happens.
do that in Dragon Age Inquisition. That's why I jump off cliffs all the time. But you have to have a horse.
I mean, we've got a clip of Matt doing that, and then I did it on accident. I didn't realize the cliff was nearly as high as it was. But like,
Horse
horse
diving.
doesn't have broken ankle, doesn't
But
do nothing.
here's the
He's just like,
exactly. Here's the thing that I'm grateful for is that this horse will not die. There is no going up in flames with whiskey barrels. There's no getting hit by a train. There's no falling down. There's no getting shot accidentally by O'Driscolls. This horse, it said, will
Not
be with
yet.
you
That's in the
through
patch.
your journey.
right. But here's the thing:
There's no-
horses in the game die. Like horses can die,
but not
your horse,
but not my horse, Nobu,
Nobu.
which you guys said
Our horse, Nobu.
We all picked Nobu. Which color of
Yeah,
the
we
horse
did.
did you
Yeah.
pick?
Independent, the Nobu color.
The one like look like Horpins. Brown.
None of them looked like Horpins.
The brown one.
I picked the dapple.
I think I
one.
got.
It was dapple,
I don't
white, or
remember.
black. So
I think I got Dapple.
probably
as well.
dapple. We all probably all picked dapple. So
Apple dapples don't take us like apples.
well, he says you're a good horse, Nobu. That's what he says.
He does say
But
that.
like, honestly, to me, like that, your horse, your samurai horse, cannot die with honor because it cannot die.
Who knows? Maybe he'll get impaled at the end, and there's no more Nobu.
Maybe, yeah.
You,
But
you don't know. I don't know, but
Leave it to Kotal, man. He'll take care of that.
I know that I could take Nobu around all the whiskey barrels and all of Tsushima, light them all on fire.
sake.
Sake. It doesn't. Whiskey barrels and O'Driscolls and Lemoyne Raiders don't exist in this game, but
Not yet.
but he's not gonna die. So when like things start getting crazy, I just ride him through the camps and stuff. I'm not like, oh, he could be killed.
Yeah.
I can slice him with my sword and he's fine. And I did.
He doesn't like it.
He doesn't like it, but he takes it.
That's
Yeah.
sad.
I wanted
Takes
to
a
know what
licking.
happened. I wanted to test the limits of my horse. I have.
So he literally on stream like slices his horse and goes, "Oh, doesn't like it.
He's fine.
Doesn't like it."
He ran away from me, but I whistled and he came back.
Because that's what samurai horses are trained to do.
That's right. You don't run.
So
So, what else?
So-
here's you keep going because my
Nope.
question is gonna all right. Here's my question.
Matt yields his time.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Do you think that Jin is boring?
Be more specific with your question.
Do you think he's boring? I mean,
Well, when you put it that way.
I asked this question because like a lot of people say that like stoic-esque video game lead characters are quote unquote boring. I'll name a few. Geralt of Rivia from the Witcher series. That
He's not
he's not
boring?
boring. But
Get out.
No, I don't think he's boring. But a lot of people do say that Geralt is boring because he's like stoic and doesn't like is not over the top emotional stuff.
No.
Connor from Assassin's Creed 3. You guys won't even know what I'm talking about because
No,
Oh, Con Man.
He has
yeah.
two axes,
Oh,
though.
Con Man, yeah.
he does have two axes. But just these kind of characters that are kind of like stoic, a lot of people say, oh, they're a boring character. Do you think he's boring?
I don't personally.
I would agree with that. I don't take his stoicism as being boring. If I'm being completely honest, this game, I'm not super interested in the story of the game.
Come on.
I'm sorry. I
Not
do
yet.
like it. I think it's cool.
Then you're probably not going to finish it then, Bubba.
No, I'll finish it. Don't you dare, Matt.
Matt
I
says
will
no.
finish this game.
No, I shake my head.
I mean, but like to me, the story is not driving me forward because like I'm trying to save my uncle who may or may not want to become a part of the Mongol Empire.
Lord Shimura.
he should be dead anyways.
Oh.
But like, I'm looking at that going, yeah, I mean, there are some things, I'm not going to give any spoilers or whatever, even up to this point, but like, to me, it's more about the exploration. I really, really, really like the combat. I'm just in love with the swordplay and the dodging, and even like the stealthy kills, not the stealth in general, but like, I'm here for that. Being able to ride around on a horse and not have to hop off to pick up bamboo or supplies.
I know,
That is nice.
I love
Thank
that little
you.
detail.
Why is it 2020 and this is the first game that's letting me do this?
Well,
You know, like, I love it. I love the minimal HUD. I love the wind blow. I love the being able to follow the, you know, everything around, and like, it really forces you to be in tune with your surroundings. Like, you have to
Definitely.
pay attention in this game. And if you don't pay attention, you're going to miss everything.
you're gonna miss
I mean,
all the
down-
little tiny details and like thoughtful
Well,
additions.
down to like, you have to like track stuff. Like, so if you're not paying attention, which I'll be honest, I was like watching another YouTube video as I was doing the bear track memory thing.
And you got
and
lost.
it was like, go back to where you're supposed to go in 13 seconds. And I'm like, I don't know where I'm supposed to be. I should probably be paying attention. Don't worry, your boy figured it out. But,
Good. I have one more minor complaint that I think
here we go.
just needs to be fixed. And this has
Buckle
happened.
up.
This has happened twice, and maybe I've heard other people say the same thing. There's a group of people I'm fighting. Let's just say I die, because that sometimes happens.
Yep, once or twice.
Right. So
I could actually give you a number of Matt's
well,
deaths.
you have to add a couple of those. Yeah, add a couple
18. I've got 18 on you right now.
Well, I might add
That's not bad.
Yeah. But there have been a couple times where I've died in combat. It respawns me back in that same area, like with that same group, and they will not attack me. They basically just stand there in like
Until you initiate.
no, even when I'm slicing at them, like they don't do anything back to me.
Oh, weird.
They just watch me.
Yeah, I think that might be one of those things that's unique to your game only.
False, because someone else on stream says it happens to them too.
What are the fans saying? Like your PlayStation fans?
They're screaming.
Wee!
Yeah,
This
okay.
is fun.
You know,
I don't know,
That doesn't happen to me.
that's
but it hasn't happened yet. You haven't played enough, Kate. You don't die enough.
Fair enough.
maybe that could
not
be
according to Steven.
since I'm playing on easy.
You're playing easy. I'm not.
I always
normal.
play on easy. Why is this a shot?
That's fine. Hey, no shame. No shame in my game.
Yeah.
No, I always-
her enemies just like bring her slices of cake.
No, they're still
Well-
they're still challenging. One thing
No.
that I thought about this game from what I had seen previously to it coming out was that the graphics are a little cartoonish cheesy.
A little bit. Yeah.
Now that I'm playing the game, I don't have any complaints about that.
Different when you're in it.
Yeah, it
Than
looked
when you're just kind of.
it looked like
watching
Breath
it.
of the Wild meets I don't know.
I think that's what they were going for.
Samurai
Japan?
swords. Graphically is what it reminded me of, but I don't have any issues
Yeah.
with it now. I really enjoy it now. It's very picturesque. It's very cinematic. I love how they have the intro and outro
Yeah.
for every quest. It's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm here for it. I like the game. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Actually, I mean, it
Me
was
too.
it was really easy for me to pour 3 hours accidentally
Ooh-wee.
into it. And like again, I see that happening more and more and more. And the more the story goes on, the more I'll actually be, invested in the story. Right now, to me, it's just there's.
Well, you're
It's not
watching
the thing.
YouTube videos while you play, man. Come
Well,
on.
it's good
Probably
that
why.
maybe that tells you a little bit about the story for me right now.
Oh, come on.
But that's okay. That's okay because I'm still in on it. I still love this game. I still think it's great. It is the fastest selling new IP that PlayStation has.
So wild.
Um,
I saw that too. It's nuts.
That's
Congratulations, because they're probably listening to this. So congratulations
I
did it
on the
again.
Free Play podcast.
yeah. Well,
The
honestly,
awards in the
this is a front runner for Game of the Year.
It is. I agree with that.
Interesting.
So
we'll see for my official review once I'm done in a couple months.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then when we come back and we talk about Game of the Year stuff, you know, around the Game Awards, we're going to be talking about Ghosts again. I just know for certain that we are, even if great games come out between now and then.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Well, so there's next gen stuff is coming out.
Yeah, that's true.
Kind of in that time. So we'll see.
Hey, I just want to, we can wrap this up, but I want to add one thing. You can get a trophy if you dress your samurai in Sly Cooper colors. That's all. Figure that out.
Okay.
There's a whole, like, you have to get
later.
you have to get the right color flowers to dye your stuff.
I gotcha.
I think it's something like that. I only kind of a little bit glanced at it. I was like,
You didn't want
I'll
to spoil
figure
it for
later.
yourself.
Yeah, not too much.
Well, you're going to need it for platinum. So
Exactly.
you better
That's all.
get on up in there. Well, guys, I think that's going to do it for us. Episode 98 of the Free Play Podcast here in Season 3. Be sure to check us out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, YouTube, radio.com, SoundCloud, just really anywhere that you listen.
Space. Yeah. Space.
Yeah. This podcast has to go to space before it goes anywhere else. So you are space travelers. Congratulations.
Hello, Mars.
Well, not quite that far. Bring it back. Reel it in, Kate. If you can't get us where you listen to podcasts, let us know. Send us a message at FreePlay Podcast, and we'll do the best that we can. Also, if you just go to lovethynerd.com/freeplay, there's a RSS button right there that you can click and listen to us wherever you want to. Really, you can just put that little link into your favorite aggregator, and it'll do the thing, because that's how tech works. Hey, if you're not already a part of the Love Thy Nerd Facebook group, do it. Head on over to Facebook if you're not there right now. Most people are. And just type in Love Thy Nerd. Two things are going to pop up. Our page, go ahead and like and follow that. And also our Facebook group. You're going to have to request to join, but I promise you answer one question, what's up, nerd? And we'll let you in. So do that and become a part of what it is that we're doing there on Facebook. We also have another community on Discord, lovethynerd.com/Discord. There's also a validation thing for you to get in, but once you click the check mark and say that you've read the things, we'll let you in. And we've got a bunch of stuff. There's tabletop, anime, books, comics, video games, general, streams, all sorts of stuff that's in Discord. And also, you'll get notified anytime something goes live on our website or we go live on Twitch if you are in the Discord. So that's really the place to be if you want to get notified of stuff that's going on with LTN and to get instant access to the people that are creating that kind of stuff. So again, that's lovethynerd.com/Discord. We would love to have you. And if you haven't already done so, go on over to Twitter and Instagram as well. We are at Love Thy Nerd on both of those platforms. And be sure to check us out, as I've mentioned before, FreePlay Podcast on Twitter at FreePlay Podcast. Once again, I'm Bubba Stallcup.
I'm Matt Warmbier.
I'm Kate Katawaki.
Jagirl.
Matt and I will... Jagirl, Kate Katawaki.
Nope.
Matt and I will catch you next week on another episode of FreePlay. And for our cut man, Jonathan Clausen, hey, if no one else tells you this, remember it's true. Jesus loves you, nerds.
You have been listening to the Free Play Podcast with Bubba Stallcup, Matt Warmbier, and Kate Katawaki, part of the Love Thy Nerd Podcast Network. Be sure to rate and review the show and share on all the social media.
I didn't know we were in
dumb.
space. I kept asking. I was like, I listen to podcasts in space. You make sure you get that. I guess that's
Welcome to
SoundCloud.
FreePlay.
I hate this.
In space.
We're not
That's
in
the one.
space.